Well, we are back with another episode. What is up, guys? Welcome back to SoBackSports. And we're so back with another episode on the SoBackSports podcast. How are we doing, man? It's
Hey,
been a while since we.
you forgot to say after hours, man. This is super late.
No, I mean we usually do stuff during this late, honestly. But
True.
it is what it is. I mean, we're both busy, right?
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're about to go to school soon.
Yes, sir.
I
Three,
have
three
work.
days.
Yeah, it's been rough, but it's been listen. At the end of the day, football being back is adds another stress, but it's a good stress, you know. But
Yeah.
before we get into the topics today, I appreciate everyone tuning in to this episode. Always remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 700 subscribers by the end of this month. Um, we can probably get there if you can hit that subscribe button. And if you're enjoying this content, hit that like button. Comment down below what you guys think on the takes that
Mhm.
we're talking about today. Let's start with, the big elephant in the room, and that is Caleb Williams.
Yes, sir.
My God. And I said this in my episode or post game analysis
Hmm.
when I got back from the game. And it was genuinely one of the most complete drives. And I get it. Genuinely understand that it's preseason. Like, no one necessarily cares per se. Uh, but this really is important for us Bears fans because we haven't necessarily been, how do I say this, seen such a cohesive drive like that. Even in preseason, there's always like riddled with mistakes or something like that. And this was like there was a game plan set. We'll talk about what Ben Johnson said to respond to what Jameer Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown said, but it was always a plan. It executed to perfection for the first drive, minus one penalty, and it led to a touchdown. And we saw, and the thing I said to my friends there while I was at the game, because the game was packed. Like, I was there, and for a preseason game, it was full, relatively speaking. It started to trickle down once I think Caleb left, uh, but it was pretty sick, especially since it was my first nighttime game. I wasn't there for too long either. I had to leave and I had to take a train back. But dang, an entire quarter felt like an entire game for me. That's how much worth it was to watch this offense and Ben Johnson. And all I gotta say is yes, preseason, but it's a bright sign for the future because not only after Caleb Williams went off the pitch, Tyson Bagent and Case Keenum and Austin Reed, like I don't think Case Keenum played actually. Never mind. Austin Reed, all of them played well. The defense played really well. The Bills did not play the starters, but they played really well. They shut them out. Didn't let them even get a field goal out of this. The Buffalo Bills I'm talking about too. But yeah, that's just me. I think this was really good. I mean, it's something to build off of for sure. We're not going to try to overrate what's the preseason, but as far as I'm concerned, I like the direction we are going because we're seeing a team that is poised, has motivation, blocks. We'll talk more about that too because that was something special too. That has effort. There's effort given out even in a preseason game when we win 38-0. Like, isn't that kind of wild in the first place that a Bears team put out 500 and like near 550 plus yards of offense? Genuinely, like, unheard of territory. But yeah, I mean, let's get to your thoughts. Enough of me rambling. That
Yeah.
was my little soliloquy. But anyways, go ahead. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I agree a lot of things what you said. Hey, me thinking that Caleb Williams is a top 10 quarterback, I think by the end of this year will be validated. I'm just saying, I'm saying like he looked really, really good, throwing on time. I mean, the talent, we always knew that the talent was there. We just needed a good coach to guide him. And I like what Ben Johnson's play calling is, getting the ball out fast, quick reads. Love it. I think Caleb played amazing. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't really care if it's like preseason. I mean, I saw some of the starters in the Bills did play, so it's like I don't know why people are saying that none of the starters played. Some of the starters played on the defense, so people are just hating if they don't care about it. Because if it was any other quarterback in the league, if it was Jaden Daniels or Drake May, they would all be glazing the heck out of him. But it's Caleb Williams. He's the number one pick. It comes with the territory, but he played really, really well, and we have to take that in a positive way because it looked good. It looked complete. The offense looked really, really good. We didn't see a lot of the run game, obviously, with DeAndre Swift, but I think that will get better with Ben Johnson. I really am really want to know who the RB2 is. Is it going to be Kyle Monangai or is it going to be Roshan Johnson, who I still have a lot of hope for. I think he'll have a good career with us. Hopefully, if we use him right. Usually he's a goal line back, but I think he can be more than that. Runs with a lot of power. Um, yeah, defense. I mean, I've always trusted the Bears defense. It's always had the Bears back. Even 2023, 2024. I mean, the defense won the Bears a game in week 1 against the Titans. So, I'm not really worried about the defense. I think the defense played really, really well. Dennis Allen's playing a very physical way of defense, which I like a lot. So I have a lot of praise in this Bears team. I think this Bears team can go really, really far. Um, Now obviously the division is gonna be hard. We have a tough schedule, but so did the Commanders last year, and they they were a surprising team that no one thought was gonna win 12 games, and they won 12 games. So, um, again, that's to the regular season. That's for predictions week. But I think overall, just to end my thing, I think the Bears played really, really well. I think we need to carry forward it to the game against the Chiefs. Um, just offense needs to play well. That's all. Offense, continue what we had. Quick reads, yeah. So yeah, it's simple like that. I mean, I'm just saying, guys, everyone in the comments, like I've been saying Caleb Williams top 10 quarterback. He played like that. At the end of the season, he will be top 10. I'm just saying that right now, or even top 8. Because already Jaden Daniels after one season is top 5, and I don't know why people put him there, but you know, some
Yeah,
people do have him there.
I mean, listen. Um, Speaking of uh, the Chiefs, we got word that your boy Patrick Mahomes is going to be playing that game
Yes, sir.
against Caleb Williams. And you know what's crazy about this is
Yeah.
that Patrick Mahomes, I mean, he only played like one snap, I think, and that was for a touchdown, I'm pretty sure, this entire preseason so far. And he's deciding to play an entire drive. Like, the starters are going to play an entire drive for the Chiefs, who went to the Super Bowl, lost the Super Bowl, and now are like, okay, we need to play the in the preseason. What game shall we play? They saw
Oh
what they
no,
did to.
correction. They always play their starters
I
every
know,
year.
I know, but they haven't played besides like Mahomes only played like one pass, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Andy Reid believes like he always believes that playing the stars in the preseason is very important. Obviously, sometimes that comes with the territory because last year Hollywood Brown did get injured when they did play in the preseason, so it comes with the territory. But yeah,
But yeah, I'm just saying like he's, it's gonna be fun to see Caleb Williams and Patrick Mahomes
yeah,
play. Like last year, if you remember, both Caleb Williams and Mahomes did not play in that Chiefs game. Like they did not play at all. It was the last game as well last season of the preseason.
yeah.
And this time we're going to actually see them face off for the first time. Obviously, it's not going to count for anything, but it's going to be cool because they're not playing us this year.
It's Super Bowl preview.
I mean, listen, if that comes to that, it's insane.
Hey, all okay, here's my thing, dude. It's gonna be crazy because like I think in my opinion, I've been saying for a while. I know it has no relevance, but I think that Patrick Mahomes is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. That's my opinion. But it's just gonna be crazy to see like two of these, like because I think Caleb Williams is he's like the closest thing we've ever seen from Patrick Mahomes is Caleb Williams. I think a lot of people will disagree with me on that, but I think the way they throw the ball, the way the off platform throws that Caleb makes, the scrambles that he does, the particular way he runs the ball, I think it's like really similar to Mahomes. So it's just gonna be crazy to see them both play against each other. I know it doesn't matter in the preseason, but like I'm just saying, man, I'm just excited because these two guys play so similar. They're so talented. Obviously, Mahomes is way more proven. In my opinion, the greatest of all time. But it's just gonna be crazy to see them both play. It's gonna make this game more meaningful to watch. So I'm really looking forward to that game. Again, I never hate the Chiefs. Like I think they're the most hated team for no reason, just because they win. But it's gonna be fun to watch, man.
Fair enough. I mean, I wouldn't go as far to say, that's my opinion. He's still not. He's number two right now. He's not anywhere near Tom Brady yet. He will if he can. If he wins more Super Bowls, sure. I mean, right
I
now,
just think no. I don't want to make this a debate because it should not be about them. I just think the reason why, just to clarify to the people, the reason why I think he's a goat is because just the immediate success he's had, and also another thing is, in my opinion, he's one of the most talented players we've ever seen in the league. The way he can throw the ball, he's only one of the few quarterbacks to ever throw for 50 touchdowns in a regular season, and he was an MVP his first year as a starter. Brady never did that, so obviously, I see the debate for Brady. I'm fine with people saying Brady's the GOAT. It's completely fine. I think Brady is a great quarterback, but I just think that I don't know. Maybe it's just because I like Mahomes better. That's probably another reason. But I think Mahomes is just way more talented, and I'm also projecting. I think Mahomes will win more Super Bowls, and he will win more MVPs. And when it's all said and done, he'll have more yards and all that stuff with longevity stats and all that.
yeah, fair enough. I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, another thing that was kind of intriguing as well, for the Chicago Bears'
Hmm.
sake, was there was a stat that was put out on the broadcast about the game itself.
Hmm.
And it turns out that 5.1 million people tuned in for the Chicago Bears Bills preseason game. And I get it, it's Sunday Night Football, but at the end of the day, it's a preseason game. And the fact is, this broke a record for the most viewed preseason game since 2021.
Well, it
And
makes sense. It makes
it
sense
makes
though.
sense, but it's kind of wild. Like, and the thing is, listen, at the end of the day, the Bears, that just shows you how much people care about the Bears and wanting to see if they can actually meet the expectations. Because that's what, whether it's the NFC North, whether it's, the media attention specifically, everyone's paying attention no matter what. It's not like people are casting away the Bears just yet because the Bears have a really solid offensive minded head coach,
But like,
a big future in their quarterback room, a lot of additions made to the offensive line. They are must see TV right now. Even
I
though they have had a 5-12 season last season, they
it's because you
ended
had
the
the number
season
one
with a
pick.
promise.
You have the number one pick, one of the most generational talents we've ever seen as a quarterback. It's like the Blackhawks having Connor Bedard. Like we're always gonna have t- national TV games. So, like I get what you're saying. We're finally getting the recognition that we deserve. But I'm just saying that the reasons why we're getting that recognition is because we have the number one pick. It's Caleb Williams. Everyone in the media hates him for no reason. And it's just like, it's just an easy target. Like, okay, if Caleb Williams plays bad, then they have so much things to say. And if he plays good, they'll also have a lot of good things to say. So it's just the territory that comes with being the number one pick and being in Chicago. Also, the fact that the Bears have never had a 4,000-yard passer, and we just never had a good quarterback. So, and now that we do, it's a lot of people want to watch our games, and that's great. And that's also could be a bad thing too, because if we lose on national national television will never hear the end of it. So it comes with
That's
that
fair.
territory.
I agree. I agree. I mean, it was really cool. I mean, I think we can't put too much stock into the Bills game, but it was a great start nonetheless for the starters. And, building off of what they tried to do in Miami as well, because Ben Johnson has a particular way for how he wants to develop Caleb, it seems like,
Sure.
because he did not want, and that Bills game proved it. He did not believe that they were ready to execute what they wanted to do. He wanted to make sure, and that was a big emphasis in his press conference when he mentioned that the offense had some bad days stacked against each other, and this was before the Miami joint practice, and the eventual preseason game. But that Ben Johnson really wanted this team offensively to get the cadence right, get the timing right, and you know Caleb to be comfortable with that.
For sure.
And while it may be vanilla play calls, especially since Ben, like, to what I mentioned earlier about Jameer Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown on the Kay Adams show, saying that, oh yeah, we've seen those plays before. Like, those are some plays that he ran here. And then Ben Johnson immediately claps back, saying, on the K, with Kay Adams as his interviewer, stating like, this is what I've been doing for 4 years. I've done the same thing for 4 years. It's preseason. We're just trying to get the flow of things, trying to get into a rhythm, and then once the season starts, the playbook opens and things are fun and dandy, and they're going to be trick plays, and the offense is going to be fun. So that's what I really like, and I think that his approach to correcting Caleb Williams and his habits is something that we have to really monitor. And we saw that a little bit, a glimpse of that at least, against the Bills. And yes, they didn't play necessarily all their defensive starters, but they executed it well enough to make it look good. And
For
they
sure.
took what the defense gave them pretty much. And that's what we want to see from a processing perspective from Caleb Williams, because that at the end of the day is what's going to be important to keep drives alive.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to do that 1, 2, 3 hitch, boom, the ball's out. That's what's going to be really crucial. And not holding onto the ball and waiting for a play to happen for you when there's immediate pressure in your face. That's something that's going to be really crucial. And
Mm-hmm.
Ben Johnson has been doing the right things from day one. You may be saying that you can say that the idea of not playing Caleb in Miami was a bad move maybe for him. Sure, it's up to debate at the end of the day. It doesn't really matter now, but
That
the
should not
approach
be a
is
conversation, in my opinion. I
it's
don't
it,
care. I
yeah,
don't care.
exactly.
Like it
I,
doesn't matter because he played great in the most recent preseason game.
exactly.
Like had he played in that game, let's just say he played good and then played bad in this one, like we would obviously take more stock of what happened in this game. So if the people are saying that like that still matters, like they just don't know ball, man. Like who cares? Like
Yeah.
there's so many starters. Like JD5 didn't play. Drake May played horrible in his preseason game, man. Like we're just not gonna talk about that. Like it's I don't know. I keep bringing Drake May up, but like people are saying that Drake May is like good, bro. He's not good. So I'm just saying, like, it doesn't matter. Like Caleb played amazing this game. That's all that should matter, bro. Like move, like, and not you. Like I'm just saying, people need to move on and just next game he'll play against the Chiefs, and he's ramping up to the season. It doesn't matter. He didn't play one preseason game, in my opinion.
No, yeah, 100%. And how many days do we have? We're not on 9/8, so we have about 18, no, 19 days till the NFL season or the Bears play football. That's amazing in the first place.
That's a
Actual football
lot.
that counts. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's less than 20 days, so it was a month before,
I
and
can
now
wait
it's.
though. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, listen. let's move on to something that happened today, and that is, well, first of all, let's talk about some unfortunate news before we get to the good news. Um, Terrell Smith tore his patellar tendon today,
Mhm.
unfortunately. Or no, not today. Excuse me. The news came out that he tore his patellar tendon and he will be out for the rest of this season. Unfortunate news, especially after the injury occurred during that Bills game, late in the game. Man, that sucks, dude. It really does because the Bears need as much depth as possible when it comes to a corner as a secondary. Kyler Gordon's came back today from injury, which is good. It was a great sign. And Jalen, I'm pretty sure is going to be back week 1. And injuries like that can make or break a season too. But for Terrell Smith's situation, it's like it really does suck because you're sidelined for a season. You're trying to, you know, make magic of what this season could be, especially defensively with Dennis Allen, and your season just over like that in the preseason of all games. So I really feel for him, man. And I really prayers up for him because I really hope he recovers better than ever and comes back next year even stronger. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's unfortunate whenever you see any player, good or bad, player like get injured.
Mhm.
It's always sad. They're humans at the end of the day. So getting an injury, sucks. Hopefully he gets a speedy recovery. I think he was a solid player for us, and I think he'll be back the year after this. Um, so he'll be back. I do think that maybe I mean, this is a chance for Zoff Frazier maybe to step up and
I haven't heard anything about Za Frazier. I'm genuinely saying, like, let me look him up real quick because I have not heard a
or
single
or
word.
or somebody like in the depth chart. I mean, we still got Jalen. We still got one of the best corners in the league, number top 3 corner in the league. We still got Tyree Stevenson, who I really bank on. I forgot who the DeWindy City's guy. He said that there's someone else that has been
Oh,
playing really
Deshaun
well.
Wright.
Yeah, Deshaun Wright. Maybe he can play. Maybe he's the backup for them now, and maybe he balls out. Like we never know. Um, but yeah, I still think that again for me, man, I'm not worried about the defense. I think defense has to be like the least of our worries because I think it will ball out no matter what. I just think the offense is what we need to worry about, and yeah, I think the offense looked good. So I think this team will win a lot of football games next year. If the offense and the defense and the special teams all work together and play really well. But again, I think defense and special teams, I'm not really worried about. I'm more worried about the offense. I think that's got to be the big thing that needs to change this season. And I think it will change.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense. Makes sense. I also for um Za Frazier, it was. I remember I saw like randomly. It's not true. I'm pretty sure, but it was like people were like, "Oh, he retired" or something like that. I'm like, "What? No, I didn't see anything like that." So it's gonna be interesting to see how he fits this team. I think he'll probably have to step up if he's healthy and everything's all right in his camp. Um,
I mean, Tyree Stevenson, man, like
yeah, Tyree Stevenson. Yeah, especially like
this is it, man. I mean, you have to ball out, and I think you will because I think you had such a good rookie season. Even last year, you played decent until that Hail Mary game, man. Like then everything started falling off for you. But like, I still think Tyreek's gonna be really, really good. Jalen Johnson will be back for week 1. Um, so we're gonna be fine. I think the secondary is gonna be fine. I'm not. We have Jaquan Brisker, Kyler Gordon, Kevin Byard. I think the defense is just it's not gonna be a worry. I the only thing I think I'm worried about is the pass rush, but even the pass rush has been fine too. So like I think the linebackers is fine. I like everything about our defense. I think our defense can win us games. It's just our offense has to deliver. And I think our offense will deliver. So I'm never worried about the defense. Like when it comes to the Bears, never worry about the defense. The defense will be fine. The
yeah,
offense is what we need. That's the new culture change. We need to be an offense first team now. So, yeah. Hopefully the season improves us that way, man.
yeah. We want to be known, Chicago specifically. We want to be known to be a team that's not only known for their defense and plays hard on defense, but an offensive minded or 21st century offense. That's more than what I could ever ask
For
for.
sure.
And speaking of good news, Tyson Bagent getting a contract extension, and what was pointed out from one of my buddies, he's a Packers fan, so he's gonna say talk a little bit, but it was funny a little bit too. It kind of gave me a little chuckle, but it kind of made me depressed as well. He Tyson Bagent becomes, at least from what I last recall, the last quarterback that got
Jay
any
Cutler.
any extension was Jay Cutler.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. I get it 100%, but it's kind of sad a little bit too. But it just shows you how things have transpired since Cuddy was on this team, and it really says something. But listen, it's not about that.
They got okay. First of all, the Packers got to worry about their quarterback, man. Like, first of all, they paid him $57 million, and he has one good playoff victory in his name. Has been utterly disappointing his last year. They got to worry about him. I don't think they first of all, they got to worry about their own quarterback, man. They're not in this perfect situation where they're winning a lot of playoff games all the time. So I think our future is way bigger and way better than theirs. I still think they're going to be a decent team, but I don't know why Packers fans are talking, but Tyson Bagent, man, if you really like him that much, you guys can take him, man. Like, we have our own quarterback in Caleb Williams. But anyways, going back to Tyson Bagent, dude, I think he's deserving of the contract. He, it's only $5 million, so that's backup money. And I like his story. I
The
love his story,
contract
man.
is $10 million,
Yeah.
Straight up, and $16 million in incentives as well, over 2 years. So this goes into 2027.
Yeah, that's good. He worked really hard. He got his money. He's gonna be a solid backup for us. He's gonna be the backup for Caleb Williams, and when we win Super Bowls, so it's gonna be great. Um, yeah, I have nothing, no problem with this contract. Like, it's a good contract. I like it. The next guy who's gonna get the extension quarterback is gonna be Caleb Williams. He will get his extension soon. He'll be the richest quarterback in NFL history. Um, I think he'll get like $65 million like in the next 2 years. But anyways, yeah, I like it. Polls, make some questionable extension calls. I remember he gave Tremaine Edmonds one of the richest linebacker money in NFL
Well,
history.
back then it was. Now it
Yeah,
isn't
not
anymore.
now it isn't, but he's been really good with these extensions because that Jalen Johnson contract looks really, really good now. So, and then the Kyler Gordon contract really, really well. So he's done good extensions. He knows how to uh, you know, mess with the salary cap. He's really good with that. So in a good way. So I like it. I like it solid, man. He's a good drafter. I like it. Um, yeah, I think Tyson's gonna be fine for us. I'm not really worried about our backup. It's a backup quarterback at the end of the day, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I personally I like this contract a lot, and not just for the perspective of the backup. It's just a great story at the end of the day.
for sure.
Like going from being an undrafted free agent from Shepherd College D2. We've heard that story so many times at this point, but it does put into perspective how much Ben Johnson also believes in him as well. Because you've heard the amount of praise that Tyson Bagent gets, especially in the locker room. Um, he's been in the league for now 3 years. This is going to be his third or junior season. Um, and, he's just building. And Tyson also seems to really like it here as well. So I'm not surprised that he is staying put and ends up signing this $10 million extension because to him, and, he said in his press conference as well, he kind of teared up, obviously, but he, you know, he didn't come from much, and now he is getting really good money, even though it is backup. $10 million, you may think that it's not a lot, but it's life changing money at the end of the day.
For sure.
even it's like to 16 million, like for families and all that stuff. Like,
bro.
yeah,
We
it's
got offered 16 million right now to do this podcast, bro. Like we would be jumping through the roof. Like
yeah, it wouldn't even be like there would be no hesitation. Like,
let's be honest. Like all these NFL, like when we say oh you're getting backup money, like these are still like millionaires,
yeah,
multi-millionaires, top 1% people in the world.
yeah, even like 100, like the people that even like the bottom of the depth chart, right? They get a minimum 100K per season, or like even
Yeah, it's
like
just how much revenue the NFL is making. All these rich owners, like rich team, like the NFL makes a lot of money. Like a lot of
exactly,
all the NFL teams make a lot of money, so it just
yeah.
makes sense.
No, yeah, 100%, 100%. But yeah, very good for very happy for Tyson, and I'm looking forward to seeing how much more like who are we going to keep in terms of the third QB on the practice squad. I'm kind of curious now if because personally I thought that Case Keenum was probably going to win the backup job, but now that they've signed the contract, it's kind of like at this point it's not even a battle anymore. It's going to be who's going to be QB3 now in the depth chart. But speaking of quarterbacks, let's talk about a certain quarterback down in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
No, let me
we
talk
got
for a
some,
moment, man.
yeah, but let me do this real
Yeah,
quick. Like
yeah,
for Daniel Jones has been named the official starter for the Indianapolis Colts,
yeah.
meaning that Anthony Richardson is gonna be the backup. Take me through your thoughts on this,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the whole Anthony Richardson situation, the whole thing about them drafting him in the fourth round a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Walk me through that. Walk me through that.
So first of all, I've been saying it for a while that Anthony Richardson is not a good quarterback in the NFL. I get it; he was a project, but I don't get the sympathy of, oh, the league didn't give him enough time. You know who didn't get enough time? You know who didn't get enough of a chance in the league? Trey Lance. And hey, look, they're very similar type of quarterbacks, projects that were drafted so high, fourth overall, third overall. Hey, pretty similar. And you know what's crazy? I don't see the same sympathy for Trey Lance, and I think Trey Lance has way more talent than Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson has completed 49% of his passes. That is literally league, like that's trash. Like that's Nathan Peterman numbers. But yet I'm getting flooded by Indianapolis fans. I'm on TikTok saying that, oh, this is horrible. Oh, Daniel Jones is not better than Anthony Richardson. It's not true, man. Daniel Jones is a better quarterback than Anthony Richardson right now in the National Football League. And you have to also understand from Shane Steichen's perspective, this is it. If you don't have a winning season this year, you're fired. Like GM, you're fired if you don't have a winning season. So who gives you the best chance to win? That's Daniel Jones. He gives you the best chance to win because he's done it. He's done it before. Anthony Richardson, if he plays, the Colts are not winning games. They're gonna be like 7-10 max, and you can't afford that because what happens is Anthony Richardson becomes a bust, and then what? They're not gonna let Shane Steichen draft another quarterback. He's fired. They're not gonna let the GM draft another quarterback. They're fired. The whole organization has to have a reset. Instead, I get it. And now there's an argument. Oh, if Daniel Jones presents you like what 9-8, and you guys sneak into the wild card and get blown out, that that doesn't help you at all either. That I agree. But if I'm looking at Shane Steichen's perspective, you have to give you have to put the quarterback that gives you the best chance. I think Anthony Richardson is a career backup. I'm sorry to say this. Maybe he goes somewhere else and becomes a guy. Like maybe someone else takes him up. But I just don't see. You have to at least show me like okay for to get a chance in the league, man. You have to show that you had something. Richardson has nothing. I mean, you can pull up his stats. His stats are not good. Like, and the thing that pissed me off is that people are saying, "Oh, his rookie season was amazing. He played good." He didn't play good his rookie season. He had a 59% completion percentage, 577 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 87 pass rating. His second year, he regressed and had 47.7% completion percentage, 1,814 yards, 8 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 61 rating. And guess what? Anthony Richardson got benched by Joe Flacco, and he's 41. Shane Steichen literally put him in, thinking that he'll have a better chance to win football games. If this is not a sign that Anthony Richardson is not a good quarterback in the NFL and is a backup, I don't know what is. And people are gonna be like, "Oh, well, wait, Slashing. You give Justin Fields a lot of chances. You give him a lot of chances. You give him like, oh, Anthony Richardson and him are very similar. No, they're not. Justin Fields never completed 47% of his passes. He never completed 57% of his passes. Such a bad rating and got benched by a backup. He's never had that before. Okay, Anthony Richardson is a different level of atrociousness, and I'm sorry. Maybe he develops and maybe he sits by Daniel Jones and maybe he gets better, but I don't see a world where he plays another snap for the Indianapolis Colts. And I think this was a perfect move. I was really, really happy that the Colts did the right decision, benching Anthony Richardson and putting Daniel Jones as the starter and giving Daniel Jones a chance to thrive. Because Danny Dimes gets hated for no reason, and what in my final point is this: in New York, he did not have a chance. All he had was an elite running back in Saquon Barkley, and I will bet a lot of dollars. A lot of people who watch the NFL cannot name me the wide receiver 1, the wide receiver 2, and the wide receiver 3 of the Giants. All they had was Darren Waller. I rest my case, man.
I have to disagree about the Daniel Jones thing.
Wait, why?
In general, he was not a good quarterback. Like, let's be absolutely
Okay,
real with
okay,
ourselves.
okay. He wasn't a good quarterback, right? But he led them to the playoffs. First of all, okay, yes, his stats were not
Yes,
amazing.
but it
Well,
was. But the thing
he
is,
beat the Vikings.
sure. But listen. Wait,
Herbert could not win a playoff game, and we're giving him so much praise. I'm
but
not
he's a
saying
better quarterback, though.
no, I agree, but winning a playoff game is pretty impressive with the team that he had.
Uh huh.
Can we agree with that? You're acting like he had a Malik Neighbors.
I mean, yeah, sure, he didn't. But I'm just saying, I would not go that far. I'm sorry, I cannot go that far. Like, listen, Daniel Jones, like solidified backup quarterback. Like he will be a decent backup in my book.
If Daniel Jones is the backup quarterback, then Anthony Richardson is a UFL quarterback.
Yeah, you can even say that honestly. Yeah, because listen, at the end of the day,
Okay, I'm fine with that.
like, listen, I can say that. Like, that's
No,
fine.
you say
Because
the
the
thing. I
thing
need the
is,
water. I'm sorry.
yeah. Personally, I just think that in general, Daniel Jones, this move, I agree with you. It was mainly due to Shane Steichen making an executive decision to, take his job security over the development of the quarterback position. And I think from the perspective of the Colts, this was like a, swing and a miss because they drafted Anthony Richardson with the pure intention of developing him. And, with their woes of their quarterback situation since Andrew Luck's retirement in the preseason, like in 2019, like that, or 2019 when he retired. Like, ever since then, you had what, Carson Wentz, you had Phillip Rivers, you had Matty Ice or Matt Ryan. You went through an insane cycle of Joe Flacco. You're not getting the quarterback position right since then. And they took a chance on Richardson, knowing full well that he is a project, hasn't played much in college. And I think he's in like high school and college combined. He's played like a total of 28 games, which is a small sample size, way smaller, I believe. If I'm wrong, if I'm not wrong, like way smaller than what Trey Lance had. Even Trey Lance didn't have that many games. Like,
But
sorry, Trey Lance had a little bit more games than that.
looked so much more impressive in my opinion. But finish your thing. Sorry.
I don't know. I don't think so because I think is Anthony Richardson's situation. Like,
Yeah.
he was, yes, I agree. Trey Lance did really well. Fine, sure, but Anthony Richardson played in the SEC as well, and he played for a Gators team that did pretty well and pretty relatively decent, and that's why he was able to be picked up pretty high in general. And I think, with the raw intangibles that he had with, the athleticism, because holistically speaking, from a quarterback's perspective, Anthony Richardson came into the draft looking like the most athletic quarterback we've seen since like what Cam Newton, since uh, Lamar Jackson, like all those running, like the very
Justin.
mobile quarterbacks, Justin Field, like whatever you want to say, like he was one of those kind of quarterbacks where the raw intangibles were there. It's just a matter of polishing it, developing the quarterback, and then
I
moving him
okay.
forward.
I disagree with that though. I never saw that. Okay, yes, he was a decent runner. It was a pretty good runner, but I never saw like that arm
The arm
talent. Like,
talent was there here, but it was very, very mild flashes, though. That's the thing. That's what enamored a lot of people, like the Colts, to go up or to take a chance on him at number 4. But this gets to my next point
okay,
because I think that I agree with you at a certain point where it was a kind of a boneheaded decision for them to draft a quarterback when they were clearly not in the intention of developing someone as raw as him. That just plain is dumb in my eyes. Like, yes, I agree. Anthony Richardson had some injury history,
I mean,
especially in his rookie
wait, hold
season
on.
and into his second season as well.
Mhm.
But listen, at the end of
Yeah,
the day, he's not ready for the big to be a starter right now, and that clearly showed in the fact that Daniel Jones is starting over him. And listen, Daniel Jones, say what you want about him. Like, I think you're saying that he's decent. I personally don't see it. I think that he's a solid backup at the end of the day. He's going to be a backup for a long time from now on. The thing is, with the to your point about him winning the against the Vikings, sure, the Vikings, were kind of paper tigers that year, but Brian Dable in his first season the with the New York Giants took Daniel Jones because Daniel Jones did not play football that will put his team in harm's way. It was a lot of handoffs. It was passes that weren't necessarily too risky. And that's why he ended with less than 10 interceptions, but only like 16, 20 touchdowns,
no,
right?
15 touchdowns. But
15
look,
touchdowns.
okay, here's my thing with Daniel
That was
Jones.
his best statistical season. But when you give him a bigger role, he's not going to fit that situation.
How do we
Like
know that?
we won't know that because like it's been ingrained for so
I
many
think the
years.
Giants have never put him in a situation to succeed. And now you have a play caller in Shane Steichen. And I just think that the weapons with Michael Pittman Jr., which will be his best receiver he's ever had, is Michael Pittman Jr. He will have Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, Mo Alley Cox, and Jonathan Taylor in
Oh,
the
you got
backfield,
Adonai Mitchell too.
and Adonai Mitchell. I think this Colts offense could be so much more with Daniel Jones than with Anthony Richardson. And I
But I
think
don't
Daniel
like the
Jones,
offense. I
Daniel
don't.
Jones this season will have a comeback season.
I don't
He
see
is
it.
winning 10 games for the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh God, no, not with that schedule. No, no. I'm sorry. Like
Oh, let's
10
actually. I'm so
games.
serious. I'm so serious, bro. This
10
is
games.
August, bro. This is end of August. The season's in what you said, 18 days.
Yeah.
I say, bro,
Dude,
let's
even diehard Colts fans don't even think that, dude. Like, be real for you.
let's do it. Wait, I want to let's do a let's like after we finish this thing,
10 wins?
let's do a schedule thing. Let's do a schedule thing. I'll literally predict it for you, and I'll show you how it's gonna be 10. I might be wrong though. I haven't seen the schedule, so it's raw. I've never not seen the schedule at all.
Yeah,
I
dude.
don't.
Daniel Jones didn't even.
Daniel Jones
Hasn't,
is a decent
Daniel Jones
quarterback.
hasn't even won 10 games in his career before. Well, what do you mean? Just because he has all these weapons? Like, you saw with the Bears, like, if you have all these weapons and no offensive line to help with that.
But you
but
do
that
have a
would-
decent offensive line.
Now with giving up Will Fries and all that, and even Quentin Nelson is looking like he wants to get out of there. Like you're gonna have a good offensive line. Even in the preseason,
Jones,
he didn't look good.
Jones played fine in the preseason, man.
No,
Like,
did you watch any of the Colts game? Dude, he did not play well whatsoever. Like, he didn't even play well. Like, if you can't play in the preseason well, what makes you think you're gonna play in the regular season well?
I just don't understand how the Daniel Jones hate is coming, bro. Like,
Dude, he's just not good. He's just not good. Like,
am I saying he's a top 10 quarterback? Am I saying he's
No,
top 15? Am I
just
saying he's
because
top 20?
no,
I said he could
good
be a
does not equal
serviceable
top 10.
quarterback that can win you football games.
That's a backup.
No,
That
I
is a
think he's
backup.
I
That is
think
the
he's like
definition of a backup.
I think he's like he is a starter in the league.
On the Saints, maybe, yeah, sure, but like
On the
not on the
Colts, he's
Colts.
the starter of the Colts. He's the
I
best
mean, now he
quarterback.
is. I mean, because he's the only option that they have right now to save Shane Steichen's job right now at this
All
point.
right,
If they
dude.
had
Okay,
Joe Flacco
I'm
there,
being so
he'd probably
serious.
be starting right now.
Pull up the schedule right now. I'll literally tell you right now. I'll literally pull up the schedule. Pull the schedule, share the screen, and I'll literally tell you.
You're not, dude. You're not gonna find a single like, dude. They're not even gonna win their division, dude. Like, bro, what are you talking about?
I think the division's up for grabs, man.
Oh hell no, not the Colts though. Like, there's no shot.
I
Dude.
definitely think so. I think the Texans are going to go down. I think,
They're not losing the Colts, dude. Like,
yeah, they
be
will, bro.
absolutely real with yourself.
Yeah, they will, bro.
That's absurd.
Hey, Swaggy, if you're watching, bro, I hope your team's
He's
well, man.
yeah.
All right,
Dolphins.
Dolphins lose this game. Colts, Broncos, okay, 1-1. Titans 2-1. Rams
No.
2-2.
2-2.
Raiders. That's a hard game, but I'll say, oh, that's a toss up. That's such a toss up. 3-2, 3-2. I think I got the Colts winning that one. Okay, no, go up. Oh, go down, go down, go down. The Cardinals. Oh, that's 3-3, 3-3. I think Cardinals will be sneaky this year. Chargers 3-4. Titans 4-4. Steelers. I think Tomlin loses the game 4-5, 5-4, 5-4. Falcon. That's a tough
They're
one.
not beating this defense. I'm sorry. Like,
Oh wait,
no.
wait. What happened last year? They lost
Yeah.
last year against
Okay.
that defense, so it doesn't matter. 5-4. 5-5. Chiefs 5-6. 6-6. I think they beat the Texans. Jags. I think they beat the Jags 7-6. Seahawks they lose 7-7. Niners they lose 7-8. Okay. Jags. I think they sweep the Jags 9-7. Yeah, 8-8. Oh, this is such a tough. I think they go 9-8. 9-8. I think they sweep the Texans. I'm serious, bro. I think obviously like I'm not going exact, but I think they can win 9 or 10 wins, man. I think this is actually a doable schedule. I don't think it's that doom of a schedule.
Nah. But I don't think so. Like, there's no way. Like, I think they're gonna be a tank bowl team. I'm sorry. Like,
Really.
they're a big tank bowl team in my eyes. I think they're gonna like at some point they're gonna realize that the halfway point of the season, but like, yeah, cut the cord on this. Put Anthony Richardson in a little bit, I guess, or like they're gonna probably even shelter him and put Daniel Jones the rest of the season, even if it's bad, to be a tank commander and them trying to get Arch
I
Manning
just
at
don't
this
understand
point.
why people hate Daniel Jones, man. I still think that he's a decent quarterback in the league, man.
No one hates the person. Like, he's not a bad person.
No,
He's
I
just
just
such a
I don't
quarterback.
understand why people are saying he's such a bad quarterback.
He's
I
not.
don't.
He's just a backup. Like, that's all it is. Like, he's an athletically like he's just. I don't know. The way he plays quarterback is not necessarily like that great.
I just think that okay. I think that this could be a year where he's in a new culture, new system.
But the culture is not good. Like, if anything, New York now has a better culture than the Colts right now. They're in such flux right now as an organization, from an organizational standpoint. Jim Irsay has passed away. There is such flux in terms of their upper management right now. Shane Steichen's on the hot seat. Chris Ballard is on the hot seat potentially because of this pick for Anthony Richardson. Everything's in turmoil. Their offensive line is fighting with each other.
And wait,
What do you mean this is a great situation? He's going from one bad situation to another.
Okay, and I want to also like talk to you. I wanted to like just say like I wanted to like I don't know rebuttal. I would say that about your take about they weren't ready to take a quarterback. I disagree with you. I think when they hired Shane Steichen as their coach, I think it was a right move to draft Anthony Richardson. I'm not sure it was right to draft him at 4, but I think that drafting him at like the second round would have been fine because the reason why I think so is because I think Shane Steichen worked with Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts, whether you like it or not, he was a raw quarterback too when he came out. Obviously, he didn't develop him when he got drafted. I think he was still like fine, but when Jalen Hurts had his best statistical season as a quarterback in the NFL, which was in 2022, he was the offensive play caller for Jalen Hurts that year. And I think that they were trying to emulate that with Anthony Richardson. Obviously, that failed. And look, again, Anthony Richardson, only 2 years in the league. I don't know, man. Those stats are just so bad. I can't say with a straight face that he'll bounce back. Maybe he does, and he proves me wrong. And you know what, man? I like a good comeback story, but he's one of the worst quarterbacks in the league, man.
Yeah,
If
but
not the worst. I've seen backups play better than that.
all right. Let's get to the last part of the podcast before we call it.
The Jets. Let's talk about the
No,
Jets.
nah.
How they made a trade
Oh,
for
they
Phillips.
did. I mean, sure, yeah.
What
The
a trade, man. I think the Jets defense is gonna be so good, man. I think
I have a really bad feeling about this. I don't know why. Like, hold on. Because when I saw this trade, I was really confused. Like, because this,
smell a hater here.
I'm not. It's not even that. It's like it's just
Just
like
hating on the Jets,
I
man.
get. I just don't know why the Vikings would give him up for such little. That's the thing. Like
Wait, how's
that.
that? How's it the Jets' fault?
It's not the Jets' fault. I'm not saying that it is. I just think that there's something like because the thing is like okay, let me see. Jets traded 2 6th-round picks, 2026 and 2027, and a 2027 7th-round pick to Minnesota Vikings for Phillips. Like the Vikings agreed to pay $3.7 million of Phillips' $7.4 million salary for 2025. Phillips, 29, a starter for the most of his career, projects as the starter alongside defensive tackle Quinton Williams in the Jets 4-3 front. Earlier in the day, Jets announced that they dealt this pick, blah, blah, blah. Motivated to make trades due to an injury to Byron Coward. Okay, I mean, listen, from the Jets' perspective, sure. They're going to, make something to add to that defense and replace for an injury, sure. That looks good. But it's like, from the Vikings' perspective, they got fleeced to the moon. It feels like, at least in my eyes, it looks like the Vikings, unless there's something going behind the background for
Didn't they
like
get like two other
Harrison Phillips, because
defensive?
Harrison Phillips is really good. Like he is pretty solid as a starter.
Well, they got two of his replacements. They got Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave.
I guess, yeah, sure, but it's just like Jonathan Allen's a little bit up there too in age as well. Like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But like, I don't
Yeah, I
know,
mean, I'm
maybe
happy. That was such a good move. And Briggs too. They got Briggs. Like, I just think that, and they got Quinn Williams, Will McDonald the fifth. Like, dude, the Jets. I'm so serious, man. Like, they are going to make the playoffs this year, man.
we'll see. We'll
I think
see.
that drought ends. That drought ends this season. It ends with a 12-5. Or no, sorry, 10-7 record this year. Maybe a
Yeah.
little bit more. Let me chill on the expectations here. 10-7, sixth seed. I think they can make it there. I think that is what's gonna happen this year with the Jets, man.
Okay.
Hey, everyone can clown the preseason, man. Oh, Justin Fields didn't look good in the second game of his preseason. Who cares? I don't care, man. When it comes to the regular season, man, and they're gonna be a run first team. They're gonna also pass the ball. Don't get me wrong. Their defense is gonna win them games, and their offense is gonna do just enough. And Fields is gonna be fine, man. The team is gonna be fine. I think the Jets are going to be 11 and 10-7. I think 10-7 they make the playoffs and they either I don't know if they win, but we'll see. 10-7. I think that's my prediction for them.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Quickly before we end the podcast, Chiefs versus Bears. Who you got?
I got the Chicago Bears winning this game. I think the Chiefs barely win any preseason games. I don't know, just what they do. I think the Bears win this one 24-13. I think
Okay.
Caleb Williams gets a touchdown. I think Patrick Mahomes also gets a touchdown.
Oh, we'll also see Gardner Minshew play as well.
Yeah,
Like,
Gardner Minshew mania versus Tyson Badgett. I like it. I like what we're seeing here, man. I like it. I love it.
fair Fair enough. All right. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode on the podcast. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode and made it this far, always remember to follow the socials down below. I'm on posting. I'm being a little bit more consistent on Instagram and TikTok and X as well. I mean, I'm always on Twitter. I'm very active on there. So feel free to follow as well. Obviously, subscribe to SlashingGotNext's channel. We're still waiting on that video. And
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's
yeah,
taking a while right now.
yeah, but yeah. Um, and as always, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 700 subscribers by the end of this month, before the season starts. I really appreciate it if we can get there together. Anything else before we head off?
No, not really, man. I just hope this preseason game goes good, man. I'm excited.
Sounds good.
Go Bears.
Thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, we'll see you guys in the next one.